So the Himalayans were making a bit of a tinky 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 sound, and I should have probably checked the valve clearances about 8,000 miles ago. Today's the day. Need some measures. Spanner, it's not measure. Measures. Slightly cleaner ones, important. King Dick, classy. I should have looked at what we needed before I went rummaging in here. But I'm just going to take some random sizes. 10, what was that one? 12. I feel like we might need an 8. Massive. You know what, maybe we don't need an 8 because I can't find one. Let's go. Bird shit. Clean as a whistle. First got to take the seat off, which is fairly simple really. This is the tank. 12 is too big. 10 is just right. Hold on. We'll keep these somewhere safe. Here. Hey! There's a million pipes and tubes and plugs and things plugged into this tank that we have to get off before we can get to the head up here. I was going to say, first of all, we'll take this off, but from previous bodgings, this just leaks now. As soon as I take the pipe off. So I think I'll leave that till last, but I'll take this wire out here. This chap. Is there anything else on this side? No. All right, so under the tank, we've got a couple of breather pipes, which are horrendous to get. You can see them. This one here. I'm gonna hurt myself, I'm sure. It's a little clip. Ow. Oh, they both came at the same time, well that's nice. And then this wire here needs unplugging. There we go. Nifty nifty. Nothing else, no? Fantastic. So, now the fuel pipe. Please stand by for pissing fuel. There's 2 squeezers. It's a squeeze, pull and a wiggle jobby. Ooh, no fuel. That's nice. It's very low. And then, that should really painfully wiggle off. Be careful of these wires down here. Oh, there we go. Hey! We'll put this safely over here. Right. What have we got? What have we got? We've got a leaky fuel pipe going everywhere onto this nice dry hot straw. We've got to get off this port here, and it's worryingly rusty, I have to say. And this one here, which looks like it's going to be a little bit more of a fanny. So we'll start with the front one, because why the hell not? Now, which mil is it? Found it. Is it a 10? No, I reckon it's an 8. God, it really is corroded under here, though. I might have trouble. Hopefully, there's some fancy, wonderful spray somewhere. Do you know what? Look at those. I mean, this is an argument for keeping your bike clean if there ever was one. 8 mil. I'll grab the long one as well, because I think it's probably going to make it a bit easy. Let's see if this is going to come off. Oh, yeah. Actually not that stiff. I'll loosen the other one a bit. These wires can get in the way, but it's not too bad. Oh, careful. Oh, there we go. Loosen the two. Oh no, I'm stuck. There we go. You can see that there. Copper slip. Literally an absolute lifesaver if you remember to put it on your nuts and bolts. Every time you take them off. It's like a high heat anti-seize compound. It's cheap as hell. Really bloody handy. Okay. Oop. Off it comes. See, okay, so it's EXT for exhaust. That's good to remember when we're putting the thing back on. Oh, its grommet's also looking a little bit worse for wear. But hopefully it'll be alright. Looks like it's been pinched, you see around here. Don't want anything in there. Okay. Leave them in there. Hopefully I won't lose them and I'll know where they go. Bleeding, great. That oil looks manky as hell as well. See that? Probably could do with new oil too. To be fair, I probably should have changed that about 8,000 miles ago as well. Oh, now we know. Right, let's try and get the back one off, shall we? See this one, I reckon is going to be a bit more fiddly, but it should be 8mm as well. If I can get this in, I'll get the small one. Oh, yeah. Not really that tight. I'll get the one on the other side. Yep. Far less corroded on this side. I assume it doesn't get so much road spray, which is good to know. Whew. Off it comes. Ooh. How's that looking? Is it like in for intake? Also pretty good to know. Pop these in here so I don't lose them. Nice and greasy. Man's gotta love grease. So now we've got to take out the spark plug so the line comes out pretty easily, frighteningly easily if you ask me. And then to get the plug out, we're going to need, well, I don't know yet. We're going to find out. Guessing it's a 14. I guess very wrong. 19 seems ridiculous, so let's go the other way, shall we? Oh, actually, that can't be right, can it? Let's try an 18. 16. Where the hell's the 18? Don't have one. Let's try 17. Should probably work this out earlier. Actually, hold on. This extender should make life a little bit easier. Oh, that's quite loose. This doesn't feel right at all. There's a chance this was cross-threaded. Which is all sorts of not good, if you ask me. Oh, don't push it, son. What's going on? God, Jesus. Oh no. 16. Okay. Well, that was scary, but I think we've got it, and hopefully not totally buggered it. Actually comes. She's maybe burning a little bit lean. Makes sense because I store quite a lot at lights, so, and there's no carburetor to fiddle with on this thing, so that'll just have to be that. What's next? Right, need to get some more tools. I should really plan ahead. Back into the bundle. I'm not going to attempt to go in there. Right, Allen keys. Oh, speak the devil. Handy. This is a great saga in. Keep your bloody bike clean, because I always really worry. I've got to get this cover off. I always worry I'm going to get a load of dirt and grit in here, and that is not what you want. Oh, there we go. magic of copper slip. I'm not really sure how I feel about Allen keys. It seems like they're the future on both motorbikes and push bikes, but I just find them kind of annoying and they round off a lot. I mean, these are supposed to be unbreako, but I don't know. It just means you have to have more tools. And who wants them? I certainly don't. Look at that, nice and coppery. Ho, 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 ho. How clean it is in there. Oh God, wow, I say that. Look at all this. You don't want that going in. Next, I'll take this chappy off. A bit of a dust down first. 60. I like round numbers, but I reckon it might be bigger. It is. 70. Yes. Oh. Oh. There you go. Oh. Nice layer of corrosion coming off there. Okay, brilliant. So I thought it had the marker for top dead center, but I think it might have slightly different coding system, but we'll spin it round anyway, and in here, when it displays, I would hope, top dead center, we can then test the tappets. Now I think it is top dead center. I don't know, we'll find out, but I need to spin the engine around. Let's try a 90. Yes. Okay, so now it's very important. Only spin the thing clockwise. Doesn't like going backwards. But I've got to find my ratchet. Just leave everything where it is. Oh, what have I done with it? It's big and it's shiny and it's a ratchet and it's literally just there because I was set. Look in this hole. Is that clockwise? Oh, one revolution. There's the arrow again. Where's the T? Why can't I see it? Oh, T. There's the T. It's in the hole. Now to measure the exhaust tappets. If you look in here, you should see the valves moving as I rotate the engine. There we go, look. That's an explosion right there. So in here, I've got to fit this slider in between the top of the valve and the tappet up here. So it should slide in just about. It wants to be like, but I can't get it to fit, which makes me think either I've got something wrong or it needs a serious adjustment. 24, it should slide in. But it ain't. So we've got to adjust it. So this is the inlet, and it isn't really that different except the clearances are tighter because it stays a bit cooler in this side of the engine, so the metal doesn't have to expand quite so much. So this should, that's 0.8, perfect, ha 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 ha. So, right, the inlet's bob on, brilliant. No fiddling necessary, but the outlet does seem a little bit tight. What's that? 9mm is too small. 10mm, just right, okay. So, I'm just gonna slacken that off. Just a tiny little touch. Okay, right, we want 0.4 in there probably. I'm getting there. It's going to be a rattly bastard when I'm done though. It rattles a bit anyway. So I think a bit of a problem I'm having here is it's not very flexible. So it's hard to know whether it's just the lack of bend that's stopping it. What's that? Ooh, blimey. Okay, so that's now on 0.24. But then, what is it on? Yeah, 3 to 5, so I think maybe I'll loosen it just a tiny bit more. And that looks like over, it's like way more than like a mil even. But this is suggesting otherwise. It's amazing how big a mil is. Alright, to be honest with you, I think that's probably pretty good. So I'm going to tighten that up. But alright, now, let's make sure it's all settled nicely. Make sure that's tight. Just going the right way. Don't want that to loosen while you're going along. Okay, doesn't want to be crazy tight. Let's test it again. Yep, okay. that. It's about what you want. It's nice, it's sort of tight, but it does slide in. There's a bit of dust in there. Really needs to change the oil actually. So, we put the covers back on, and we're going to grab a bite to eat, I think, because I'm starving, quite frankly. But you don't want to leave it with the covers off, in case a bird shits in there. And actually, before we put the covers back, do I want to, before we put the covers back on, rotate the engine again, test it one more time, before we put it all back together, or yeah, measure twice. Spin this round. I can't believe how tight that was originally. Maybe that's why I was stalling so much. Okay, I'm gonna test the back one again. Yeah, bob on. That's great. What I'm gonna do, if these don't go rusty, if these go rusty, they're kind of useless because they're bigger than they say they are then, aren't they? So, just gonna scourge a bit of oil out of there and oil them up. Well worth it in the long run, I reckon. Steal it from my bike to give it to the tools. The geese are not happy. Right, let's do copperies. That's what I was talking about earlier. And put the back one on first. Just stick these in here before it goes in. They'll come out as easy as they did last time. It's impressive how corroded the whole thing is. Tell you what, the resale value on this bike is going to be nothing. But you don't buy a bike to sell it, do you? Greasy fingers. One in. Bit of finger tightening. Good, so you don't cross thread the thing, like may have happened to my spark plug, but we won't think about that. Can I get it? Yes, I can. What's that? The 8. Brilliant. Now these do have a torque setting of 8 to 12 Newton meters, but I don't have a torque wrench, so needs must. Just do it tight enough. And what I should have done probably on that one, and I'm going to do with this one, is just put a little bit of oil around the seal, which helps to keep it all tight and good and proper. So instead of gouging anymore, use some fresh oil. Don't need loads, just a bit wet. Get these coppered up. Power of the finger. All right, they're on. Now, some lunch. Hydration. So, back from lunch, tasty tasty, and I noticed as I was surveying the scene that the bike's actually fairly low on oil. It's not awful, but I've been on quite a few motorway trips recently, and she likes to leak a lot of oil out of the head, so I say we'll top her up while we're here, which is done. I can open it. Okay. Look at that, handed it on nipple. I've never done this very well. Woo! Ooh, not bad. Ooh, that's enough. Now, there we go. Much better. Okay, so back to the task at hand. What have we been doing? It's sleepy now, can't really remember. Oh yeah, I'll put all these nubbins and jubbins back on, if I can find them. Handy dandy copper slip, handy dandy massive bolt. We're going on the end actually, don't we? Being an idiot there. Put it on the thread. There we go. Greasy fingers. Thread it in. Getting grease all over it. That's what an oil filter's for anyway. he says, convincingly. Is that the one? That's the one. Ooh, rarely at hand. This doesn't have to be crazy tight. Okay, that'll do. What's this? The Allen key again. Interested in size? 3/16 in old money. I don't know what that is. Any other money? Dibble it with your fingers. Sure they're all right. Take that one. Cool. That's done. Next, got the tank, so I'm going to clear a bit of room. It's a bit of a fiddle with this, if I remember rightly. Oh, I said tanks actually. Let's do the spark plug, shall we? So I don't forget it. Do this with my fingers first. Really don't want to cross it. Slow and steady wins the race, because it ain't worth getting it wrong. It's tight. That's what you want. And then before we forget, pop this back on. Okay, there's some room for the tank. Pipes and tubes everywhere. Not a drop of drink. Okay, let's start. So you've got to catch these two rests here and these rubber bungs here. And you also got to get it past all these wires here. It's a bit of a fiddling. As I'm a professional, I did it instantly. A bit there to get those pipes back on. Oh, I've got them off the bungs again, great. Pipe number one, and you get very tight. So rubber clip on the breather pipe, which is never really on that tightly. Okay, plug this chap back in, over here. Okay, oh, okay. Now, the oil cap back on, like that. Nice and tight. Then we want this line on here. I like to push the clips back in, popping it over, because else you're going to slowly wear out the seals, and I don't really want to be buying another lot, because why spend the money? And then finally, this little bit of electrics that drives the motor. Brilliant. Nearly there. What have we got? Two of these. And that's totally superfluous now anyway, because that was for the spotlights, which stopped working as soon as I got the bike, pretty much. So they're just there causing an issue. It's better. 10 mil. 10 mil. And these don't have to be that tight at all, really. Just firm. They're on rubber grommets anyway, so it's simple stuff. Brilliant. Put all these back before I lose them. They just go in the magic toolbox. 17, 21, 19, 19 goes there. Where's that? 16. Very strange. 8, 10, 8, 17. Look at that, cozy. Seat back on. Have I forgotten anything? Probably. On, tight, keys, missing. Where have I put the key? Oh, they're over there in the hay. Moment of truth now. See if it starts alright, sounds alright. That's about it. I'm at fuel. I'm going to prime the starter twice so I get enough fuel, because all the fuel will have spilled out all over this nice straw. There it goes. It sounds rattly as hell, but it is a rattly engine. It started quite nicely. Really rattly. Suppose we should go for a spin. different. Well, that's that for today. I feel like it went quite well. I mean, I dropped a lot of stuff. But yeah, I am happy with the results. So hopefully that'll make my bike run a little bit more smoothly. I mean, it's still a little bit noisy, but fingers crossed it's freed the engine up a bit and it will stop stalling at lights quite so much. We will see. But it's at the right tolerances now, so if anything, that's a bonus, isn't it? I'm hoping to go around the country a bit this year and sort of go to the places less travelled, not entirely untravelled. Certainly not over touristed, so you won't see me on the old NC 500 anytime soon, fingers crossed. Trying to go to places that, you know, you won't see quite so many people, and the residents there hopefully won't hate you for being a tourist. You just have a really good time, see some beautiful things, and hopefully meet some people along the way. So yeah, come along and watch more of my videos if you fancy. The heat in this helmet is something else, I tell you.